Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I made a YouTube video. Sorry about that. Really no excuse for that. However, I've been really active on Instagram lately. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, there's gonna be a link down below. And I just like posting Instagram stories, making reels. It's just easier and it's like real time, and I enjoy doing that. Like, I enjoy vlogs, but I don't know, something about Instagram makes it more real time, and it's super easy to like talk to people in that way. So today's video, I'm going to be doing a DIY that I've seen literally everywhere on every social media platform, and it seems really easy. I am kind of combining everything I've seen to do this DIY. So anyway, my DIY is those pumpkin sweaters that I'm sure everyone has seen. So the DIY is going to include this sweater right here. I was actually just going to toss it because I didn't like the way it fit, and the material is cotton, so it was like starting to like peel, and it was just a very cheap sweater. I don't even remember how much I paid for it. I got it at Target. So yeah, we're going to be using the sweater to make my little sweater pumpkins, and I'm definitely going to be shaving it a little bit with my fabric shaver. This is like my favorite tool. If you don't have one of these, you are missing out. So I'm just going to show you what I'm going to be using. So I bought this from Hobby Lobby. The glare, but it's a jute twine, and then I also got this to fill in the pumpkins. And then I already had rubber bands, but have an assortment of rubber bands, and of course you're going to need scissors. So let's get started with this DIY. All right, so I think I could probably make about 4 of these pumpkins, 2 small ones and then 2 big ones. We're gonna find out. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just cut the sleeve off. So these will be my 2 smaller pumpkins. And my sleeve was like a bubble sleeve, so that's why it's like wider. A lot of other Pinterest ones I've seen or videos, they are pretty straight because they're just not bubble sleeves. But I feel like this is gonna work out fine. I'm gonna cut this off too. Just wanna make it straight lines. So now I'm gonna just grab, it don't really matter. I have these colored rubber bands is all I had, but you can get, you know, the brown ones. I'm just gonna grab one of these. And I think I'm gonna do them more like, since mine's a bubble sleeve, I'm gonna just take this side and rubber band that, but let me turn it inside out first. And just bunch it up right here. And we're just gonna tie it. Super quickly, make sure it's nice and tight. I don't want any of the stuffing to come out. So that should be good enough. And then we're gonna turn it inside out again, but to the right way. We got our little thing here. And now I'm just gonna stuff it. So I am going to just stuff this thing with the polyfill thing here. This seems like it's gonna turn out pretty good, so I'm excited. Trying to think if I have any other sweaters that I could do this with. And I'm just kind of really trying to push it down. This is the bottom of it. And just make sure it's evenly distributed. So I have my little pumpkin shape. This is as big as I want it. You can probably stuff this, depending on your sweater, you can probably stuff it more and make them a little bit bigger, but I like the shape of this. I feel like it's a good size. Now I'm gonna take the jute twine. I keep wanting to say twill. Twine, and you'll see what I'll be doing with that. But I'm gonna create the pumpkin shape and also the little topper for like the stem of the pumpkin. I do need to tie this actually. So I'm just gonna use another rubber band. I didn't twist it or anything, so I literally just bunched it up, and I'm just gonna tie it on top of here because the twine is going to cover that. Now I'm just kind of making sure there's a little bit excess out here. Like, I don't think it needs to be that much. And I still have this part, and it's just, I'm not gonna cut it until I'm done, just because I don't really know how much I need. So I'm just gonna grab the shoulder end and gonna twist it around probably about 3 times, like so it like covers up that rubber band. And then I'm gonna take the longer side here, go directly across, and also twist around there. And I'm gonna do it tightly. You can see it starts creating like a little thing here, but you have to do it tight. As tight as you can. I'm just gonna twist it about 2 times. Yeah. And then I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna do another one across. And again, I'm gonna pull on it before I twist it around the stem here. And I'm gonna twist it around the excess stem thing about 2 times. And just make sure that's secure. So now I have 4 little bubbles. At this point, I'm going to just go ahead and start creating the stem part of the pumpkin and wound it around the excess of the fabric. I just feel like this is gonna work out a little bit better so that I don't have to take out the hot glue gun or, you know, sew anything. So I'm literally just winding it up around this part here. So I wounded it up a few times, so it looks like that. And then I'm gonna take the remaining and create another one of these bowls. I don't really know what to call it. And I'm gonna go ahead and just tighten it as well. And then I'm about to go around again, just like 1 time. So I'm gonna make sure that's nice and tight. I'm gonna go around the stem here. And I'm going to, where I did that last one, there's like a little gap right here. And I'm gonna create a knot right there. And I'm just gonna put as much as I can, and I'm gonna cut the rest of it off. Like so. I'm gonna continue to make my knot right here. So I'm just gonna cut off the excess as close as I can to the stem here. So just be careful. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. So you can definitely use a hot glue gun to like make sure that stays in place, but I knotted it, so I feel like it's gonna be okay. So I still have some like leftover twine, of course. And I think I'm just gonna do another like extra, you know, piece like this. So I'm just gonna tie some of this excess twine on here and just cut off the rest of it. All right, so these are the 2 little pumpkins that I created with the sweater sleeves, and I think they turned out really cute. They're both unique in their own way, and yeah, they're super cute. So now I'm gonna make the bigger one. I hope these don't turn into chew toys, but they might, which is okay. Oh, neat. Oh! There she goes. So I'm just gonna try to cut like a big square. I'm just gonna cut at the seams. And then I have my 2 bigger pumpkins. Okay, so for the bigger sweater, I'm gonna just cut out a square to make it a perfect square, and then I'm gonna have to bunch it up. So now I have my square. It's not like a perfect square, but it will do. Gonna turn it over, and I'm just gonna grab some stuffing and just place it in the middle here. I'm just gonna kind of create a little ball, make sure it stays. And now I'm just gonna grab each corner. I'm gonna grab opposite corners. So now that I pulled them in, I'm gonna rubber band them. I do have a thicker rubber band, but I think any rubber band size will work. So this pumpkin is a little smaller than what I thought it was gonna make, which is fine. All right, so I got that tied. And I do definitely have a lot of excess fabric. I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of this off just so it doesn't get in the way. Now I'm gonna take my twine here. Just do the same thing I did with the smaller pumpkin. So I'm just gonna take this, wrap it around the rubber band tightly. And then I'm gonna take the other side, make sure it's going straight across, and also wrap that around tightly. And then I'm gonna do another one straight across. And again, pull and wrap around. And then I'm gonna keep wrapping around for a little bit. This is definitely gonna be a thicker stem for sure. So we're gonna see what this looks like. So now I'm gonna stop there and I'm gonna create another little thing here. And again, pulling it tightly. Wrap it, and then I'm going to cut some of this off. And I have that. I'm going to find one of these to put this underneath and create my knot. So I was also thinking while I was doing this, you can definitely get some fake leaves and put them like in here. I feel like that would be a cute way to jazz it up. So now I'm gonna adjust the pumpkin here, make sure it looks not so wonky, but also wonky enough to look like a pumpkin. So yeah, now I'm gonna continue cutting some of this. This is gonna be kind of hard to cut because it's pretty thick. So I'm just gonna cut as much as I can. All right, so I am done with my DIYs. I think I'm just gonna keep it with 3 pumpkins and I'm just throw the rest of the sweater away because I personally like the sleeve pumpkin. There's like less fabric on the stem part versus the like main part of the sweater. It just has a lot of fabric. But either way, they all turned out really cute. Definitely gonna be using these as my little decorations. I'm not gonna be doing too many decorations this fall, maybe next year. I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY. This is definitely a first for me with making these pumpkins and really surprised with how easy and like cute they turned out. So anyway, I hope you guys will give this a try if you have an old sweater. But anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe and I'll see you guys in my next video.